हसरत है हमारी बाबा, कर दो वो पूरी आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके।
बाप दादा बहुत सहज शब्दों में युक्ति बता रहे हैं कि जब भी कोई परिस्थिति या प्रकृति हलचल के रूप में आए तो दो शब्द याद रखो, विधि है या नाट करो या डांट लगाओ। नाट और डांट ये तो सहज है ना, ये तो नहीं बोलेंगे ना। नाट अगर कोई रंग है बात तो यही सोचो, नाट माना नहीं करना है, न सोचना है, न करना है, न बोलना है। नाट बस, और नाट लगा दो तो नाट हो ही जाएगा। तो नाट लगाना नहीं आता है, सोचो नाट लगाओ, नाट फिनिश। नाट लगाने में कितना टाइम लगता है, कितना टाइम लगता है? नाट लगाओ कितना टाइम लगेगा? सेकंड से भी कम। क्या होता है कि समझते हो ये नहीं करना है, ठीक नहीं है, लेकिन नाट लगाना नहीं आता तो इसको कहेंगे कि नॉलेजफुल तो बन गए हो, लेकिन सिर्फ नॉलेजफुल नहीं चाहिए, नॉलेज के साथ पावरफुल भी चाहिए। तो पावरफुल स्थिति की कमजोरी, इसीलिए डांट नहीं लगा सकते। और जो डांट लगाने आएगा तो बाप भी बोलेगा नहीं, बाप भी तो डांटे, आप भी तो डांटो, सब याद आ जाए। फुल स्टॉप, क्वेश्चन मार्क, आश्चर्य की मात्रा या कामा ये नहीं दो, फुल स्टॉप। डांट फुल स्टॉप की मात्रा इजी है ना, और तो सब थोड़ी फिर भी मुश्किल है। और सबसे मुश्किल है क्वेश्चन मार्क, वो लगाने बहुत जल्दी आता है। अगले बारी सुनाया ना, वाई शब्द आवे तो क्या करो, क्या करो? फिलाए और जाओ ऊपर, वाई नहीं फ्लाई तो नहीं आता, आता है ना, आता है, फ्लाई करना आता है, आता है।
बड़ी मन भावनी मुरली प्रेम से प्राणों को सींचे, रसीली तान की ये डोर आपकी ओर ही खींचे, आपकी ओर ही खींचे रूहानी स्नेह। जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में, रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में।
Om Shanti. With the feeling of being an instrument and being humble, construct the new world. The signs of a master. To have the specialities of being humble and constructive are the signs of a master. As well as this, others who come into contact with such souls will find them to be loving and give them blessings from their heart. They will have good wishes for them in their heart, whether other know you or not, whether they have a distant relationship with you or not. Everyone who sees you should feel that you belong to them. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 22. With the feeling of being an instrument and being humble, construct the new world. Today's topic, the science of a master. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. How are you? Everyone is well, okay? It feels like whole Avyakti Parivar is present in London because everyone knows, and you must have also seen the video of inauguration. So some of us are here and we all are together as whole Avyakti Parivar, right? So it's so interesting that Baba, different points that when you are instrument, humble and constructive, then your feeling will be like you are the master. Because master is like head of the family. So when you are head of family, then you always have this feeling of constructive. If you are not part of the family, head of family, you will let the things spoil. Relationship also. But being head of family, of course, you are humble and constructive. And with this awareness, you come in contact with all different souls. And you will be loving. And your vibrations will pull others. So they will also give you love from their heart. Because the vibrations, the response of vibrations are also is same. If I have love for everyone, then everyone will have love for me. And also as master, you connect with everyone. Everyone like belongs to you. We all belong to each other. This feeling of being together, feeling of being one, are very, very important feelings. So Baba is saying that whether others know you or not, whether they have distant relationships with you or not, everyone who see you should feel that they belong to you, belong to them. And always you will have good wishes for everyone, because it is important to receive good wishes, right? Can you imagine that the way Baba describes is a reality too. Wherever you are, people will feel close to you, belong to you, love for you, will give blessings to you. But I have to be that, right? I have to be loving. I have to be humble, respectful, and in our heart have lot of love for everyone. Because even as a souls, when we look at everyone, but then with the special qualities of being instrument, humble, and these are special qualities. Baba says you will feel as if you are the master. And it's true, because if something has to be done, we just come forward and we take responsibility. Everywhere, Baba's children and all the centers, whenever they go to serve, they immediately feel that they are the masters. That means they are responsible, they have love, so they must do it, right? And we just immediately, with enthusiasm, participate in anything. Like in India now, they have floods. So many centers are cooking lot of food, and in a truck they put all the food. And the areas where food cannot reach, they go in those different areas and they are serving, and they are so happy. Everyone wants to either uh, put the money to buy food, some are helping to cook the food, some are helping to serve the food. So these are actually the qualities of a master. A few days ago, Baba said, server. You are obedient server. So, server and the master. That means you jump quickly into serving and participating different tasks of service. And all that is done because of love, right? So we keep that qualities and be that personality with the feelings of being master. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Avyakti Parivar. Thank you, Didi. Yes, as you heard from Didi, we are in London, and this morning there was a beautiful inauguration program. So many Baba's children were gathered in Oxford, and we would like to have that same experience bring to you, and we would like to show you some of the glimpse of that program. So let's watch that little video clip, and then we will move forward with the chit chat. सतगुरु प्यारे दा
When I went, Baba invoked at his place, subtle regions. Baba, with his loveful drishti, was welcoming all of us. Said, Baba, I have brought book from, I mentioned about Oxford, and Baba knows everything, but still we mentioned to Baba, and Baba with lot of love accepted both. And Dadi Janki was standing in front. And you all were clapping there. But then they were clapping for all of you. They were clapping for all of us. So I was looking, I said, such a beautiful scene. Baba's swans here and angels there. The place is ready for the service. For this achievement, they were giving us congratulations and good wishes.
वो मेरा बाबा है, वो मेरा बाबा है, वो मेरा बाबा है, वो मेरा बाबा है। ज्ञान की राहें दिखलाता, आत्मदीपों को है जलाता, पावन वो बनाता है। वो मेरा बाबा है, वो मेरा बाबा है, वो मेरा बाबा है। Wonderful, isn't it? Yes, we feel like whole Avyakti Parivar is with us. So now let's invite our angel brother, brother Eric. And today he had been doing many interviews with Didi, and today we would like to do interview of him, and that brother Dave will be taking his interview. So I would like to invite both brothers, angel brothers, brother Eric and brother Dave. Welcome.
Om Shanti, everyone in Avyakti Parivar, and everybody, warm welcome and Om Shanti.
Oh, Om Shanti, everyone. Om Shanti, dear Brother Dave. What an entertaining scene. Is it part of the cultural program of the inauguration of Global Retreat Center?
Yeah, actually, I was going to say that that's such a heartwarming scene that we just saw. You know, as I was seeing both Didis, Jayanti Didi and Mohini Didi, it reminded me that Jayanti Didi was here just a couple of months ago in the USA, and how everyone received her with so much of warmth and love in USA and in Canada. And then here now, Mohini Didi is going from here to there. She's there now, and how everyone was receiving her. Just that scene made me feel how this is such a wonderful global family. And our dadis did that, and our didis are doing this act of really giving the feeling of belonging and feeling of a one united family. Just, without any words, just looking at these pictures, the video, that was my immediate feeling. What about you?
Well, it made me feel like, yes, a garden of jasmine bloomed. So I always give jasmine to Sister Mohini, but this is for you, Dave Bhai. And then we can share with Sister Mohini as well. Yep, bye.
Thank you.
On your side.
I have it here.
Yes, I always feel that, we've been lucky to witness so many of these scenes, and I was watching actually this morning, the whole inauguration, and being reminded of all the time we spent in Oxford and how many times we were with Daddy Janky in Oxford. And so, yes, it is. And I felt, well, if we spend so much time, energy in reopening Global Retreat Center, I felt the good news is the drama is going to go on for a few more years because it has to be useful. I cannot just. So I thought, good, I have a few more years to refine my stage and everything and service and enjoy my retirement a little bit. So I thought in drama, that was a signal that the place will be used. It has to be set up to be used for a while. And I'm sure it will bring so many scenes of service and success. But seeing all the Didis together with Vedanti Ben and Sister Genti, Sister Didi Sudesh as well, Bridge Mohan, I feel that Madhuban has really expanded over the world.
Right.
And London is an extension of Madhuban. Avyakti Parivar is an extension of Madhuban. So we are in Madhuban in all these moments, I think, that we spend together. And as our stage also is increasingly becoming beautiful, I think collectively, wherever we meet, I think we create, like Baba says, an atmosphere, an environment that reminds every one of us of Madhuban.
Right. And Eric, like you said, GRC is going to be there for a while. And so with you being retired, so just be ready with your bag and baggage. Maybe you'll be called there to do many wonderful things that you do here. So congratulations in advance for your invitation to go to GRC. But, I was thinking today that I remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, it was 2021, two plus years ago, in the month of January, when Sister Gayatri was doing this Roots and Scars of Brahma Baba. You started doing this interviews
Right.
with Didi. So it's 2+ years, even though Avyakta Parivar has been since the beginning of 2020, but this conversation on Avyakta Parivar started 2+ years ago, with you being the anchor with Didi. I was just actually wondering, what has been it like for you, 2+ years of listening to Didi, having conversation with her? Because one is listening remotely, meaning passively listening. But second thing is actually in conversation and hearing. I think there is a big difference. So I feel you must have actually gained a lot of benefit in the last 2 years, especially with these Saturday conversations. I'm particularly interested in knowing how it actually helped you to transform or ascend, like you were saying earlier, in any way that you can share that.
Right. Well, you're right. Actually, at that time, we did conversation every single evening for 1 month. I was still working at the time. I was still having full-time job, But yes, every night in the month of January, we had this conversation with Sister Mohini, and Bhumi warmly invited me to maintain it the whole year. And I said, I don't think I can Bhumiji every night for the whole year. I'm still working a little bit. And over time, I feel that, you know, Avyakti Parivar has evolved. There has been a lot of changes in Sister Mohini as well. I think Mohini Didi has transformed herself in front of our eyes. And we've seen her transformation in front of our eyes. I feel like Avyakti Parivar has become this giant cooking pot, you know, and we've all been, how to call it, simmering, or, you know, we've been cooking, boiling, frying, steaming, whatever you call it, depending. Every day, I think Baba uses a different recipe. But I think we are in this huge giant pot for 4 years, and Baba comes every night, stirs it a little bit and says, oh, how are they doing? Are they cooked yet? Not totally cooked. They need a little bit more. Let's keep cooking for 4 years, still cooking. Some are popping up as, okay, they're well cooked. But Moinididi has certainly, you know, emerged in different ways. And I was very lucky to be in conversation like Sister Shireen also has been doing incredible interviews, Yatriban, Wadiban, many of us, Judy also. So I think we've been many helping Sister Moini to cook faster and faster. And we've been helping her to add some spices and curry and, you know, chili powder and cumin powder, whatever, in the cooking. And what I've seen in her transformation is the expansion of the heart, the refinement of the intellect, and the subtlety of words. You know, that's really what I observed in her. And expansion of heart, because I think that, you know, we melted her heart. Literally, I think Avyakti Parivar melted her heart more and more. And that encounter or that meeting with the whole family, I think, has an effect on her. Mm-hmm. It really transformed her sensibility to our own presence, our own stage, our own progress. The children in particular have been incredibly inspiring for all of us and for Mohini Didi as well, how she had that vision to create a family. And that's how the name came, Parivar. And when I asked her, when she got promoted, you know, in a new assignment, what was her vision? She said that her vision was to make sure that Brahma Kumaris is known as a family path for families. So I feel that her vision of the global family has evolved through these years in Avyakti Parivar. And it has really melted her heart in a beautiful way. And we've seen how, you know, the subtlety of her intellect has been helping us to revise the whole Gyan. I think she's covered every single topic over and over for the last 4 years, as if Baba is giving us a chance to, you know, when we make coffee, it's beautiful because for those who drink coffee, you have coffee powder and then water goes through and then you drink coffee. And I really feel Sister Mohini is this coffee and Baba is just pouring nectar. And we're here, chat-like birds, you know, every night, drinking that little coffee coming from Mohini Didi. And, you know, it makes a little bit of noise, the machine, you know, the coffee is being made. So I think every evening you see Sister Mohini like a coffee bean, you know, enjoying churning, and then Baba is pouring his own energy and we are tasting what comes through her intellect. So the knowledge, the heart, and the subtlety of her words. I've noticed the wording that she's been using, consistently staying with the original words of Baba. And I find that these three elements have been really insightful. And for me, the point that I really took personally, I mentioned it to her one day, her answers became blessings. And I really enjoyed how sometimes, to be honest, I felt it was a little bit destabilizing for me, because I expected an answer to be, I'm asking you why, and then you respond why, you explain to me why. But I asked why, and she replied, why not? Or she twisted in such a way that, but you are like that. And many times I asked questions on behalf of many others, but I got the answer like she was giving me the blessing that you are like that already. It's already happening. And I felt that in the beginning, I was cooking her more or pushing her more to cook. And then I realized she's cooked. She's just offering me perfect sabji. Enjoy, Eric, just enjoy. And her answer became blessings.
So just imagine you have received blessings over the last 2 years. That's really amazing. And blessings definitely make us fly. And that's another way to really make the effort easier. Thank you. That was a very nice answer in how you explained it. So you said you're retired, and Brahma Baba, actually, when he started this path, he was in his age of retirement. So for Baba, it was actually the beginning of the retirement that he got this knowledge. And 33 years afterwards, we know what happened, and we're eating the fruit of his efforts and the revelations, all those things. How do you see now with your life transitioning into, or already transitioned into, this different way of living? Yes, there is always service to do, and people wanting more of your time and energy, everything. But still, our efforts are our efforts. We have an aim, we have a purpose, right? So Baba had so much of business in his life. Still, he was doing so much of efforts to achieve what, Baba had wanted him to do. So just curious, and I'm sure many must be asking you this question already. How do you see your efforts now, with on the one hand having more time, and perhaps on the other hand actually having no time?
You're right. Everyone told me, don't think you're going to be having a lot of time. Retirement will make you more busy, which is true. Jokingly, I would say, I could have waited another few years to retire, but I also had that, smile, thinking Brahma Baba, his transformation was around, he was 60, as we're told, and that he was feeling that transformation at that time. So I thought, maybe this is a sign. I should do like Brahma Baba, and at 60. Maybe I should go to Karachi, grow a mustache, wear his same Jyoti dress and wait for Vishnu to appear to me and some Tatuam, appearing. I don't know if this is going to happen for sending me on my, flying journey of being retired and reaching my karmatic stage. But I find that what I'm looking at is finding my own space in the Brahmin world, which is me. I'm watching my seniors and my brothers and sisters that I love dearly. And the question for me now, that I don't have an excuse to say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I have to go to work, and I was working really like 5, 6, 7 days a week sometimes, or big stretches. So now that I don't do that, it's too new. It's been only 3 months, but I'm thinking, how can I really design my spiritual life that is authentic? It's really where I see myself in this big world family, but remaining me. I cannot copy anyone else. I don't think I want to do things because other people do it. And I think our efforts, and for me, the efforts that I found are very important, is to align the awareness of myself and the remembrance of Baba with who am I really as a soul. And I know this is very basic, but it's like I feel now I have less distraction in a way. And I can concentrate a little bit more on, for example, when I'm thinking of purity, I'm just trying to connect my own purity today with the purity of the soul, of I, the soul, that I had in Golden Age, in Silver Age, wherever in the soul world, and trying to see that this is my effort at the moment to disconnect myself from even some Brahmin identities that I've created over the years, and telling myself I need to go further, I need to go deeper into my soul consciousness. So I feel that I'm still sometimes soul unconscious and body conscious. And I say, I really want to be body unconscious and soul conscious. And I realize that the identity of the body is still, a problem to cook and to, it's not, I don't know, maybe maybe I should increase the intensity of the cooking or fry it. Maybe I should fry it instead of steaming it. But yeah, trying to break more that remaining layer of body consciousness. And it can only happen for me if I find my original eternal identity, really, really connecting the other purity, soul consciousness, and my remembrance of Baba. I really want that this relationship should move into another dimension. And I say, okay, now I have a little bit more time to study, to meditate. And I take that time for the last few months. And I'm just exploring, new ideas. But again, trying to find something that I never thought about before. What will be a thought that I didn't use so far? A new thought that I haven't figured out. And in my relationship with Baba, what I've been really enjoying lately is to try to make remembrance combine with karma all the time. And understanding that every action I do, even now we're talking. So I'm thinking, okay, where's Baba when I'm talking? Am I remembering him even now whilst talking to you? And so I'm trying to develop this idea that in relationship with Baba in action, it's either we're combined. So Baba and I are actually talking to you right now. You don't know, but Baba and I are talking. Or maybe I told Baba, okay, you give drishti to Dave and I'll do the talking. Or I do the opposite.
I can feel his drishti.
All right. So sometimes I joke with Baba and I say, okay, we do both the action. Other times I try in action to say, okay, Baba, I'm doing it, you're watching me, but I'm doing it for you. Whatever I do, it's only for you. Or other times I tell Baba, okay, you do it through me because you can do through me and I'm watching you. And so those three aspects, this is what I'm practicing almost every day at the moment, to try to make that remembrance stretching longer and longer and longer. So it's not how much I remember Baba, but to become aware when I'm not remembering him. And remembrance to me is being with Baba, so feeling his company is the easiest remembrance. And then pushing it forward towards just being bodiless with Baba as a point of light, which is not easy in action all the time. But being with Angel Babdada, I'm playing with that idea that it's either combined, I do, he watch, or he does, I watch. So I'm always trying to say, whatever I do, what do we do? Which one of the three scenarios it is? And I'm having a lot of fun, to be honest, playing with that idea at the moment.
I can feel that because the way you're explaining, you have all kinds of combinations to, to talk to Baba and bring him into your action. I see that more of an integration, right? To integrate everything into what we're doing. And the other side of the equation really is one is to really have time for self-efforts. But this, with the role that you're playing with, people that you have to interact with. I remember actually once Charlie was sharing when he was traveling in the US, and nobody had shared this before. I mean, I had not at least heard. He said that, yes, Baba is a purifier and Brahmin family is also purifier. Kind of made me think twice. But then I understood, as he explained further, that family actually helps you to reshape the purity or shape or sanskars. If it is not for the family, like if I try to make my efforts alone, I might try and I will become whatever I can, but there are certain things that can only become visible to me when I'm actually interacting with the family. So knowing you and the responsibilities that you hold, in the yagya, I'm sure that you kind of go through these situations where, yes, you have time for yourself, but then you're also interacting with the family and, going through whatever that it takes to make things happen, connections, or still hold good wishes and feel purified. At what point do you think that you say, yes, my family is actually helping me in my efforts? One is my efforts, but then also, yes, these are also good. The family is actually also helping me to progress faster.
I totally relate to what you're saying. And I would say for many, many, many years, the family has been definitely a big element of my own transformation. Not by choice, but by force, because like you, I've been living in centers for many, many years. And when I was in Western Canada, I was living literally, in a little house, and your bedroom is actually next to the classroom. So you can't, every morning, there's strange people walking into your home, and you have to get out of bed, you have to do something. And it's happening really at the doorstep. And if you have to go to the bathroom quickly before everybody arrives, so you have to have shower before everybody arrives, the situation. And I found every center I was in, similar family will be created. So there will be, like the same kind of scenario. There will be a very, one person who would really push me on certain things. Then there will be a couple who will, push me on another one. Then I move to another center. Oh, similar patterns happen again. Then a third center. Oh, similar pattern. I thought, how come every place I go, similar environment is created? And I thought, well, it's connected to me as well. And to me, there are two visions I keep about the family. And today, I'm very happy to say the family to me is, I don't see anyone anymore, challenging me. There's no karmic account left. Everything is just positive. But when I was younger in Gyan, it was not the case. And I had that image of Baba being master nuclear power energy maker. And Baba, in his great vision, he had the thought, how to create the best energy in the world. Let me create like atomic powerhouses. So to create an atomic bomb, if you want, or atomic nuclear powerhouse, let me put atoms together that don't go along very well. Like the most incompatible ones, let's put them together, put a big lid on top called a center, and make it really strong like that, and let them enjoy interacting. And so in that little box that Baba created called the center, with all these souls that are not very compatible, have very unmatching sanskaras, he smiles and he sees that they're banging in each other, they're scrubbing each other, they're, trying all kind of things together. But eventually, with time, a lot of Murli, a lot of Toli, and a lot of magic, those souls, they break. So it's called, it's kind of a breaking the atom, and it creates energy, or it creates a fusion. They finally merge in love with each other, harmonize their sanskaras, say to each other, now I love you, after many years of being challenged. And so after many, many years, those atom, or those atma or atom, they merge or they break, and they create beautiful energy. So Baba created those beautiful atomic powerhouses everywhere. And I see over time how we really change our relationship with the family. And for many years, I used to think, I'm not good in construction, but I know we use sandpaper, right? If you want to make a surface smooth, you use sandpaper. And I think there are different grades in sandpaper. Some with very big grain, can call it a number 3, medium grain number 2, and very fine little grain number 1. So sometimes I would see a brother or a sister and I say, oh, that's number 3 grain. It's going to scratch a lot, but it's good. It's good. I need heavy scratching.
Polishing you. Yeah.
It's polishing me. Okay, with number 3, it's a little bit uncomfortable, but then it became number 2, number 1. And now I really honestly have more experience that everyone is like silk or velvet, very sweet. It's getting there more and more. So yes, family, I always say the self, Baba, and the family. These are the 3 components we have to master. And I think the family, without the family, we will never know and never reveal our own mistakes or maya or qualities. So family is like a house of mirrors. You walk around and you bounce into the mirrors and it's all mirrors.
Right.
I relate to that, but I feel it's changing with time. And I see all older Brahmins going through the same thing, harmonizing more and more. Things are going away, our differences, our reactions, our ego clashes. I see that being almost gone.
And it's beautiful to see, isn't it? Because there is no other choice, actually, that we do have to being in that bottle and whatever we did. But we learn eventually, wait, this is how actually we're going to be living in the golden age together. So why not actually change those sanskars now while Baba is with us and while we have all the help of the seniors in front of us where we can take help so that we can really transform our sanskars. So, well, congratulations that you have no point number 2, number 3, number 1, whatever those anymore, just a silk it is. I'm sure there will be a lot of calls after this meeting now to you from maybe brothers more, asking you, how did you manage to do that? So,
but it was a magic thought that came as a joke one day. And I was telling, I was with a group and I said, I have no more karmic accounts with anyone now. And I was a little bit joking. I said, I have no karmic account with anyone, no ill feelings for anyone. And it became so real. I enjoyed that thought so much that I really believe that those powerful thoughts, they can make the reality come faster. And I really invite everyone to try to just think that way.
That's
I
nice.
have no karmic account with anyone.
Yeah.
Everything is fine. Now we're just having differences, but we're managing differences. But it doesn't mean I have karmic account. Mm-hmm. And I found that thought, even though I know it's not true 100%, the thought helps me to change my feelings. And then I don't see problems with the family anymore or with anyone. It's never a problem. It's never something that I will have negative feelings for. So yeah.
That's definitely beautiful, because Baba also says that, he says, well, think you are an elevated soul. I may not be elevated, but I had to start with the thought, I am actually elevated. I was, and I'm becoming that. So same, if I have this very powerful and positive thought, I don't have, my thought actually is going to manifest, and that's the reality I'm going to create. So that's a very nice blessing, actually, that you're sharing with everybody.
Thank you.
So, Eric Bhai, well,
yes,
we are bound by the time, as you know, that we are can have conversation more, perhaps another time, but looks like we had to stop. But you always took Toli from Didi at the end of the conversation. So what Toli do you have for me today?
I have a living Toli, which is this beautiful, beautiful jasmine that is being used to invoke Mohini Didi with us. And hopefully she's sleeping right now, but maybe in her dream, she would see hundreds of angels on kind of a big carpet of jasmine flowers. So let's invoke that image that will, bring a gift to Mohini Didi also. And I know she's feeling that Avyakti Parivar is with her in Oxford. So my feeling in my heart is to the experience of the feeling of Mohini Didi being with us right now, even in her Avyakt angelic dreaming form. And we bring living Toli of Jasmine in her beautiful scenery of dreams. So she's seeing us in a dream right now.
Great. Thank you so much, Eric Bye. It was a pleasure conversing with you. So, Om Shanti.
Well, thank you for sharing that time with me. It was lovely. And Om Shanti to everyone and Avyakti Parivar. Sorry, Mohini Didi couldn't be with us, but we're cooking together, right? So we were the cooks for tonight, Dave. Bye.
Everyone, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, everyone.
Thank you, Brother Eric. That was a wonderful sharing. And yes, we look forward for more and more sharing from you. And thank you, Dev Bhai, for coming and taking interview of Brother Eric. And now, tomorrow is Sunday, and our schedule from Amrit Vela 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. Then meditation will start at 6 a.m., followed by Hindi Sakar Murli, followed by Bhog offering, meditation, and English Avyakt Murli until 9:30. And then in the evening, our program will start at 6 p.m. Meditation will start, followed by Spotlight Drishti sharing, Hindi series, meditation commentary by Didi, English series, and of course, there will be another angel with us whom we will take the interview, and it will be again something new and exciting. So please be with us. And then Avyakti journey. So that's the schedule for tomorrow. And now let's start our Avyakt Murlis revision. Welcome to Avyakti Journey. Avyakt Murlis from 1969, speaking to the heart of an angel.
Om Shanti. Avyakt Murli, 19 of April 1971. The definition of renunciation, tapasya, and service. You have come to the bhatti to finish this difference. You have to become such images of tapasya and renunciation that the attraction of the power of your renunciation and tapasya is visible practically from a distance. Just as the light and heat of a fire is visible or experienced from a distance, in the same way, the sparkle of your tapasya and your renunciation should attract others from a distance. Renunciation and tapasya should be visible practically in your every action. Only then will you be able to receive success in service. By simply being a server and doing service, you are not able to attain the success you wish. However, together with being a server, if you are also an image of renunciation and tapasya, the practical fruit of service will be visible. So you are very good service, but at the time of doing service, do not forget renunciation and tapasya. By having all three at the same time, you will have to labor less and yet receive greater attainment. You will use less time and receive greater success. So you must keep all these three together. Practice this very well before you go. You should be powerful and successful to the same extent that you are knowledgeable. The visible sign of those who are knowledgeful is that their each and every word is very powerful and that their every action is successful. If both these results are visible to a very small extent, you should understand that you have to become knowledgeful. Even those who receive incomplete knowledge from other souls have the experience of a temporary attainment of success. Though you now have to experience the visible attainment of the elevated knowledge, do not think that you will receive the attainment from this knowledge in the future. No, because of the attainment of knowledge at the present time, you experience success in your personal effort and in service. You can know about the knowledge you have on the basis of the success you receive. So you have come to the bhatti to check this and to have verified the extent to which you have become knowledgeful. None of your old thoughts or old sanskar should now be visible. You have to learn about renunciation to this extent. Nothing except the form of the soul should be visible from your forehead. That is, the awareness in the intellect and in your vision. Nothing else should enter your consciousness. You have to become such constant tapasvis. No matter what type of sanskar or nature a soul may have, whether Rajaguni or Tamoguni, whether he's influenced by nature or sanskars, even if he's a test for you in your effort, you must always have thought and feelings of service that is of bringing benefit to every soul. You must become servers, that is benefactors for all souls in this way. So now, do you understand what kind of renunciation you have to learn? What kind of tapasya you have to learn? And to what extent you have to do service? Experience the depth of this. Only those who have the fruit of knowledge and dharana attached to them can be successful in their every effort. At present, the Brahma Kumars are very well known by everyone. People know from a distance when someone is a Brahma Kumar. Now, together with being a Brahma Kumar, you should be seen as a Tapasvi Kumar from a distance. You must become like this before you go from here. That will only be possible when you experience the stages of churning knowledge and being lost in that. Just as the eyes, features, and behavior of those who are in gross intoxication reveal that they are in that intoxication, in the same way, godly intoxication and the intoxication of becoming Narayan should be visible from your eyes and behavior. Your face should give your introduction. Just as when you go to meet people, they give you their card to introduce themselves. In the same way, your face should carry out the task of an introduction card. Do you understand? Om Shanti.
With the feeling of being an instrument and being humble, construct the new world. The signs of a master. To have the specialities of being humble and constructive are the signs of a master. As well as this, others who come into contact with such souls will find them to be loving and give them blessings from their heart. They will have good wishes for them in their heart. Whether other knows you or not, whether they have a distant relationship with you or not, everyone who sees you should feel that you belong to them.
निर्मल और निर्माण बन विश्व नवनिर्माण करो। मालिक पन की निशानी संस्कारों में निर्माण और निर्माण दोनों विशेषताएं मालिक पन की निशानी है। साथ साथ सर्वात्माओं के संपर्क में आना, स्नेही बनना, सर्व के दिलों के स्नेह की आशीर्वाद अर्थात शुभ भावना सबके अंदर से उस आत्मा के प्रति निकले। चाहे जाने चाहे न जाने दूर का संबंध व संपर्क हो, लेकिन जो भी देखे वह स्नेह के कारण ऐसे ही अनुभव करे कि यह हमारा है। ओम शांति।
ये चमकीली दुनिया अनोखा जहान, ये चमकीली दुनिया अनोखा जहान है, जादू की नगरी तेरा आसमान। ये चमकीली दुनिया अनोखा जहान है, जादू की नगरी तेरा आसमान। हो आया है मन यहाँ भर के उड़ान, है जादू की नगरी तेरा आसमान। ये चमकीली दुनिया अनोखा जहान है, जादू की नगरी तेरा आसमान। यहाँ संग में तेरे मैं नुक्ताए नूर, यहाँ संग में तेरे मैं नुक्ताए नूर। वतन से तुम्हारे न जाना है दूर, हो रहा है अनुभव हो रहा है अनुभव। यहाँ सत्य स्वमान, ये चमकीली दुनिया अनोखा जहान है, जादू की नगरी तेरा आसमान। ओ आया है मन यहाँ भर के उड़ान, है जादू की नगरी तेरा आसमान।
Om Shanti, Om Shanti.